We're here for our first edition of Inside the Huddle, where we'll sit down with a student athlete that represents the university on the field to talk about the season so far and what's ahead. And we get to learn a little bit more about them as well. And I'm honored for our first guest joining us here today being senior defensive end Noah Matthews. Noah, thanks for making the time to sit down with me and welcome to the show.
Man, I'm honored to be here, man.
Like we were talking about just before this, so we had an opportunity to talk during fall camp, and we talked about your time in Kentucky and your homecoming to 302, now playing with your cousin Kayshawn again in the back end of the defense. In this setting, though, let's briefly review it. 3 seasons in the Bluegrass State. You've had starts, a lot of snaps in SEC play. In
Mm.
2025, why Delaware for you?
Man, I really just wanted to come home, man, be closer to home, be that hometown hero. Especially hearing that they were moving up to FBS and that this would be like a special season. I thought it would be a good time to move back home.
Your mother ran track and field at Delaware State. Your uncle played basketball. Looking at your bio as well, played basketball at Villanova and then also Delaware State. How much pride do you have in representing your hometown state, the 302, in its first season in a national spotlight like this in FBS?
Man, a whole lot, man. This is a special season moving up to FBS, man. I feel like coming back was the right decision, and I feel like this was just a big move for me.
Speaking of Delaware State, the program's first season in FBS started by hosting the Hornets 2 weeks ago in Delaware Stadium. How was it for you to experience your first game day in Delaware Stadium? Well, I mean, at the collegiate level, I know you've had your experience playing in Bridgeville as well and state championships inside the stadium. But for wearing the winged helmets in the blue and gold, how was your first game day for the Hens?
It was special, especially playing my mom's old school. It was really fun, and we talked stuff throughout the week about it.
How did she feel about the move to Delaware? I mean, she has her love for Hornets, but I'm guessing she has love for the Blue Hens as well.
Oh yeah, she loved it. Out in Kentucky, she couldn't really get to many of my games, but she really loved just being up the street. It's not far, but it's a good enough distance to where I'm still on my own.
Well, winning the opener against your mom's old school and starting the season now, heading out to Colorado last weekend. What, in your opinion, on how has the start of the season been so far for the defense and overall for the team?
I feel like it's been really strong, really strong. I feel like we've been doing what we're supposed to be doing. There's just little things that we need to clean up, but I feel like for the most part we're firing on all cylinders.
What are those little things that you believe the defensive front, the defense has to clean up 2 games in so far?
It's just small things, mental. That really separates you from being good and great. And Coach talked about that a little bit today. But just small fine tuning details.
uh, you can learn so much about yourselves in fall camp, playing against yourselves every day, but now officially playing against 2 different opponents. What do you feel that you've learned about yourselves in the defensive front so far?
That were dogs, man. I love playing with my boys, man. I love playing for them, and I feel like we're really strong up front.
5 sacks, 11 tackles for loss last weekend. It came from a lot of different members in the box score. I believe it got up to around 14 members got in the box score.
Hmm.
What does that show for the versatility for? I mean, not just the front three, I would say, but the front seven and even the secondary getting in the backfield and making stops.
It shows that we have depth. It shows that not just one man is running the show, and that everybody can make plays.
Looking at a couple games into the year so far, and your time at Kentucky, you played outside linebacker. Now getting your hands more in the dirt at the defensive end spot. How has that transition been for you? How comfortable do you feel? I know in those positions you still have a lot of the same tasks at hand, setting the edge on the run, getting to the quarterback. But how has it been for you now, kind of shifting mindset in a new position?
It's actually been great, man. I played that position in high school, and that's really my true position. I love playing outside linebacker, and it showed me different things to the defense and different ways to look at things. But I like getting nitty and gritty.
In high school, did you play on both sides of the ball?
Yes,
What did you play on offense?
I played sniffer back, running back, and I also played tight end.
I love it. And any other sports outside of football?
Basketball.
Basketball, forward, I'm guessing.
Yes, yes.
Now, how would you say your basketball game is? Would you say, what type of player do you compare yourself to in the NBA in your high school days?
Mm, Let me think. I played like Scottie Pippen. I was good on
Okay.
defense. I played at the top of the 1-3-1 zone, but That was back when I was more skinnier, and once I started to lift weights, it kind of fell away from me.
The bruiser, I love it. And thinking about representing the Blue Hens wearing number 13. At Kentucky, you wore number 55. Why
Mhm.
13? Does it have any inner meaning to you?
Uh, well, I was actually born on January 13th, and and
Okay.
so I wore it because of my birthday, and also shout out my boy, he had number 10 already. I couldn't go back to my high school days.
I love it. That's cool. That's cool. January 13th, and now representing your birthday. And Um, let's get some rapid fire questions in here. Get to learn more about yourself as we have already today. And thanks for taking the
Mhm.
time here. But let's step it away from you for a second. In your opinion, in the locker room, who's the funniest teammate?
Mm, James Gilbert.
James Yelbert. Uh,
Yes.
Now, would that be a popular answer you think in the trench mob?
Yes. Within the church mob, yes.
you
Very
know,
popular answer.
Now in the locker room pregame for you, what are you listening to? What's in the playlist?
What should I give you? Oh, I listen to G Herbo some nights, every game, before every game.
All right, I'll have to turn it on after this. I'll have to check it out. We talked about your first game as a Blue Hen in Delaware Stadium. I know we talked about you had the opportunity to play in Tubby on team Tubby Raymond Field for Woodbridge as well. What was your favorite high school memory for the Blue Raiders before becoming a Wildcat and eventually a Blue Hen? Man, you love the color blue. Just thinking about all your
Yeah,
past
yeah.
studs.
Well, my favorite memory playing in the tub was my freshman year. I played with my quarterback Troy. R.I.P. to him. He died from cancer, but that was a real special year for me. Even though I didn't really play that year, my freshman year, but it was still a special year that year.
No, no, I'm sorry for your loss there, and
That was fun.
I'm glad to see you now in the tub representing the Hens. You still have 2 years of eligibility remaining in collegiate football. On the team page, it lists that you're majoring in sociology.
Yes.
If not football, what's your dream job in the field?
Well, I actually like the human mind a lot, so I'll probably be like a therapist or something in that sense. I really like to like see different scenarios within people's lives.
That's awesome. Well, best of luck on the student side of a student athlete this incoming fall and the coming years still in school. Go to meal in Newark. I know you're a hometown native, but what restaurant are you going to the most, and what's the order?
Well, it really depends on what you're talking about. If we're talking breakfast here, we go the original hot bagel. I go
Okay.
there almost every morning, man. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
But
our producer Brody's gonna like to hear that because I'm Newark Deli and Bagel over Hot Bagel, but they're
you
a Hot
are?
Bagel. They're a Hot
You
Bagel.
see, you see, I'm a little split myself. It is good over there, but I think Hot Bagel got it. I think Hot Bagel got it. But
Well,
if we're talking dinner, I actually like this cafe. It's Triple C's Cafe on Main Street. They
okay.
got good Jamaican food, man. Good
Okay,
Jamaican.
Triple C's. I don't think I went there when I was a student, so I'll have to check that out. Breakfast, my
Yeah.
stop was Drip Cafe. I always got the Cali sandwich there. Their
Okay.
coffee's good. That was always my stop. But we'll finish you on a fun one here. We talked about it in the beginning. You talked about it a lot in fall camp. Back with Kayshawn. How has that been for you? 2 games in, you in the front, him in the back end. How has it been really just you talked about it to us earlier a couple months ago. It was a dream come true for you. How has it now that that dream has been a reality?
Man, it's been great. It's been a great dream come true, man. We talk about it every game. We pray before every game, man. It's just a blessing to be out there with them and be able to play with them at the D1 collegiate level.
Noah, it's been a blessing to have you here with us today in Feathers and Field Goals. Thank you for your time. Wish you the best of luck on the season, the rest of the year, good health, and yeah, thanks for spending your time with us.
Thank you.